Hello, for those making an inquiry about my books, those are both back in print now and available from Waterstones, Amazon, and other booksellers. When is it that we need to think about a slam rather than just going for a game contract? Well, certainly if partner opens a strong two clubs or two no trump, as long as we have some points or some shape, we could be thinking about a slam then. When we have an opening hand opposite an opening hand, this means we've 24 or more points between us. And certainly we have the balance of the points. In other words, more points than our opponents. When partner reverses, that's when partner breaks the barrier on their rebid, which is showing you 16 or more high card points. Again, depending on your hand, you may be thinking about a slam. And the final one, when partner makes a jump shift bid. This is not a very common bid, and it usually is looking for a slam. It's when partner jump shifts in a suit over your opening bid. In other words, if you open one heart and partner bids two spades, that would be a jump shift because partner could bid one spade. So they're changing suit and they're jumping a level of the bidding. Just to remind ourselves what we mean by a slam. A small slam, that's six no trump or six of a suit, meaning you can only lose one trick. Here are the great bonuses. You score 500 points not vulnerable and 750 points vulnerable. A grand slam is seven no trump or seven of a suit. And here we have to make all 13 tricks, but the bonus is 1,000 points if you're not vulnerable and 1,500 points if you are. These bonus points are in addition to the game points you receive, so the stakes are high. But what's the strength needed to bid a slam? Well, a small slam, if you have 33 points, opponents only have 7. So the highest cards they can hold against you are an ace and a king, which is 7 points. They can't possibly have two aces. For a grand slam, if you have 37 points between you, then opponents only have 3 points, and that means they cannot hold an ace. These are the kind of sums that we do when we're looking for a no trump slam in particular, because there it's the points that count. In suit contracts, however, the points can be much lower than these if you've got a very distributional hand. In other words, if you have long suits and shortages. So if you're looking for a suit contract slam, we're using this Blackwood Convention. A Blackwood Convention is designed to locate the aces and kings in your partnership, which are the key cards and ones that if your opponents hold the cards, they are likely to bring your contract down. It's just worth mentioning that you will likely hear about key card Blackwood and Roman key card Blackwood, more precise slam conventions. However, partnership misunderstandings are frequent. If you're a beginner or improver, I recommend keeping things simple by using ordinary Blackwood. It's widely used, easy to remember, and reduces the risk of confusion. Maybe learn these more complicated conventions as you grow in confidence. With a suit fit agreed between the partnership, Blackwood is 4 no trump, asking for aces. The responses: 5 clubs show 0 or 4, 5 diamonds shows 1, 5 hearts 2, and 5 spades 3. It's easy to remember. If you're making the lowest bid over 4 no trump, that's going to be 5 clubs showing no aces. And then we're going up the line, 5 diamonds is 1, hearts is 2, and spades is 3. Don't be too confused about the 5 clubs showing 0 or 4. It's extremely unusual for partner to be showing 4, mainly because it's extremely unusual for you to be bidding Blackwood unless you hold at least one ace yourself, in which case 5 clubs is always going to mean that partner has no aces. If the answer to your Blackwood inquiry finds all the aces, then you can use 5 no trump to ask for kings. 6 clubs shows naught or 4 kings, 6 diamonds, 1, 6 hearts, 2, and 6 spades, 3. Our partner North is the dealer. We have a balanced 18-point hand here. Partner bids 1 club, showing 4 or more clubs, and an opening hand. We have at least 30 points between the hands. Already in this auction, we're thinking about a slam. But for now, we must just respond to partner at the lowest level. We have a very balanced hand here, but we have a major suit, so we're going to respond 1 heart, showing 6 or more points and 4 or more cards in hearts. Of course, we're happy that partner won't pass that. If we change suit, partner must bid again. If we look over here, North opened the club, we showed our heart suit, and now North has supported our heart at the 4 level, that's at game level. Now partner has done that, not knowing that we have this massive hand. Partner may have thought that we only have 6 points. We must be thinking about a slam here. Is where are the other aces? Blackwood, that's 4 no trump, and partner responds 5 hearts, 2 aces. Just checking our hand again. That means we have 3 aces. Now, there's no point in us looking for kings because we are missing an ace, which we're not going to be looking for a grand slam making all the tricks. However, with 3 aces and the point, we're going to bid to 6. That's a small slam. That puts West on lead. So we've won the ace there, and now what we're going to do is draw those trumps. So that's 1 round of trumps. Two rounds of trumps, that's 8 trumps gone now. Our opponents are now out of trumps. And apart from losing the ace of clubs to east-west, we're going to make all the rest of the tricks. The rest of our clubs are good, diamonds are good, spades, and our trumps. Rather than play this out, we're going to make a claim. We're going to concede 1 trick, that's that ace of clubs going to opponents, and that means that we can get the computer to play the rest of the hand out quickly for us, and then we can see the score. So there we go, we made the slam. The score plus 980 points. That was a not vulnerable score, but with a slam bonus. Again, North is our partner to bid. 1 spade. We've got an even better hand than last time. 24 points. The sort of hand that either fills you with joy or dread, depending on how confident you feel about bidding a slam. But here we can see partner has 12 or more points. We have 24. So we're looking at 36 or more points. But we've got an amazing fit with partner. Partner's shown us at least 4 spades. We've got 5. We've got a 9-card spade fit. We have to show partner straight away that we mean business. You have to have a suit agreed between the partnership before you bid Blackwood. Well, when you bid this 4 no trump directly over a suit, then you are also agreeing the suit that partner has bid. Here, when I bid 4 no trump, I have 4 or more spades. I support your suit. Let's see how many aces you have. Okay, 5 diamonds shows 1 ace. Well, we have 3 aces. We also have 2 kings, which are key cards in making a slam. Suppose that partner had 2 kings as well as 2 aces. We could well be in a grand slam. So let's move a stage further. 4 no trumps, ask partner how many aces. 5 no trump, ask how many kings they have. Well, now partner has bid 6 hearts, showing 2 kings, just the news we wanted to hear. So with all the aces and all the kings, we're going to bid 7 spades. We have to remember at this point that we've agreed right from the beginning that we're playing in spades. So try not to get confused with any of the answers to the Blackwood Convention. The contract is going to be in 7 spades. East leads the 3 of diamonds. I'm not going to play all the cards here. We've won the first trick. We have 11 trumps, all the hearts, all the clubs, and the ace. I'm claiming the rest of the tricks, and then I'll just speed that up, mainly so that we can have a look at the score at the end. So all 13 tricks, how wonderful, for a score of plus 2,210 points because of the vulnerability. With this kind of hand, by the way, and playing in a competitive match, North-South may well convert the contract from 7 spades into 7 no trump, because that gets a slightly higher score, which is critical if you're playing duplicate bridge. Here we have an interesting opening hand, 19 high card points, and a good 5 card major. And we bid 1 spade. 3 spades from partner, that's a jump bid. Partner showing 10 to 12 points, or an 8 loser hand. We could definitely be in a slam here. We just have a 4 loser hand, so we're going to bid Blackwood and see how many aces partner can come up with, if any. 5 diamonds, showing 1 ace. Our opponents have 2 aces, and so a slam is not on here. What we must remember to do is to return to our suit, which was spades, and we're going to finish off the auction in 5 spades. Let's have a look at the hands. So we're missing the 2 red aces. If we play that through to the end, you can see that we are going to lose 2 tricks to our opponents. We can't possibly make 6, but we've scored 450 points. We've made the game +1, that's 5 spades. That's an example of when Blackwood can keep you out of a bad slam by identifying that we're missing aces. When doesn't Blackwood work? There are some circumstances when Blackwood is not the best way of finding a suit slam. When you have 2+ cards in a suit with no ace or king. It's difficult when you have a void, because when partner tells you how many aces they have, you never know whether one of those is actually in your suit with a void, has control anyway. When the bids are going to go too high, and this can happen in the minors. For example, if you're trying to bid a slam in clubs and you do Blackwood, if your partner's response is 5 diamonds, then you have to bid clubs at the 6th level anyway. So in case with the minors, sometimes you just have to gamble and bid the 6 clubs if you think there's a good chance that you're going to be in a slam. Well, I hope you found this useful, and I hope more than anything that it gives you the confidence to try bidding for a slam. There are a lot of times when we actually make 6 or 7 tricks, but we've only bid as far as a game. And if you look at the hands afterwards, you can sometimes see that it might have been possible to bid that slam, maybe if you'd been a bit less cautious when assessing the potential. Goodbye for now.